I don't do much, and I feel some kind of pity for them, especially when I go to the street vendor or hooker. At the time, I don't do bargaining, and moderate or soft, I try to do. Still, this kind of nature, I have to do bargain. I love to do.
Why do
Yes,
we
ma'am.
love to do bargain? Why do?
Ma'am, it gives a
I
sense of satisfaction, you know.
sensitive satisfaction we get.
Surely we people are going to have great time now, and I welcome you both. Good to see you
Thank you,
on
ma'am.
both. We both,
Thank you so
like
much.
Sushmita joined first, then we were talking about you, Vinita, because I have seen you wherever I have been in, you are always there. So that way I would like to appreciate your habit of being the part of every kind of discussion or whatever goes on. I thank you very much again, once again, to both of you. And I'm damn sure that this session is going to be a wonderful one. And I would like to begin with a disclaimer. I'm not too much into having these kinds of sessions. So sometimes I fail to come up with a very proper beginning and a very graceful ending as well. But I would like to go smoothly and
Don't leave any chance to join such sessions. Honestly, I was telling, I just left my breakfast and tea, everything along with my partner, but I wanted to join this session. Why? Because I know there is a lot. There is going to be a lot of takeaway from this session. So I don't want to miss that opportunity.
Yes, obviously, and feelings are mutual, and I also don't miss out this kind of opportunity with the great people to interact with.
let's dive into the conversation. Otherwise, it's going to end.
Absolutely, ma'am.
True.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Let's start with it.
Okay. Actually, the purpose of this conversation was, of course, I wanted to have some group discussion kind of thing for my YouTube channel as well. But because I always feel I'm a beginner, because there are still miles and miles to go. And my journey of learning English also came my way at a very later stage. Though I have been into the profession, teaching profession for such a long time, but I always say, and you will also align with me, that teaching some subject in your, like related to your own major is altogether a different thing. Conversing in English is belongs to different kind of genre or category, right? So this purpose of having this topic, like I chose bargaining, which we do on day-to-day basis, so that the people who are at the beginning stage, they can take away something out of this session related to their daily conversation whenever they are doing bargaining or dealing, or they find themselves in this kind of situation. So this is the topic today: bargaining, good or bad. And I would like to begin with Vinita. How do you take bargaining? Otherwise, I would like to add up bargaining is having a broad horizon.
Absolutely, ma'am.
I'm just focusing on that part of the bargaining which we people, most of the ladies, gents also they do, which we do on the day-to-day basis, which is related to our household stuff, you can say, that only. No, we are not
All right.
going to cross the boundaries to go beyond, because otherwise you understand it very well. It becomes very vague
Yes,
topic. So how
totally.
do you take, Vinita, this bargaining?
All right. So, Kawaljit, ma'am, I have got a long speech to deliver, but I'll keep it short. I'll try to keep it short, right? Keeping time on mind. So, first of all, as you mentioned, we women, specifically highlighting women, why? Because I think we are blessed with this bargaining skill. And I think there is no harm in it, first of all,
Mhm.
right?
True.
Sometimes people say, like, she bargains a lot, right? Okay, it's good. There is no harm in it. But the thing is, if bargaining comes with a sense of awareness, a sense of confidence, awareness, and the right place, it can really become soft skill, I'm telling you. If it is done wisely, if bargaining is done wisely, it can really become a life skill or soft skill. Why? Because it can really show your financial financial choices, or we can say how are you at your financial aspect. Right. That means, let's say, ma'am, this is an era where everything has come online and everything has become global, right? And here, having the right place and the right time on mind is very important. That means we should be very well aware, am I bargaining at the right place? Am I wise enough to bargain for the right product? Am I having the right choice of the product? What do I mean with choice? That means, do I really know the value this product is going to offer me and the value it has got? I'll be giving you certain examples to clarify the whole picture. Let's say last month, no, in the month of May, I think it was Mother's Day, I gifted one dress to my mother. It was sent online, right? And I ordered online through one of my friends. And you know very well, when it is done through our close ones or our close knit circle, we refrain from bargaining and those stuffs. Why? Out of that image and closeness, right? So I didn't bargain much, but yeah, I told I want to order three similar dresses. Right. So I just asked her, will there be any kind of discount if I'm going to order three? So she said, I'll try my best. She hardly offered me like bare minimum kind of 5% of discount, right? So I told, okay, since it is not making huge difference, let me go with one. Let's check the quality and then I'll be ordering two more similar. Right. So I just went for one. Okay. I sent it to my mom. Unfortunately, that didn't fit my mom, unfortunately, right? And said, okay, I'm not going to wear it, you wear it, okay, and take it as my return gift. But the thing is, Kawaljit ma'am, I hope I'm audible.
Yeah,
Yes,
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 you
you're
are
audible.
audible.
So the thing is, what happened is, just few days back or maybe few days later, the day I ordered it, I found the similar product at just half price of it online.
Okay.
Just half. Why I didn't bargain at that time? Because it was my friend's case and I didn't want to do that. That was
Mm.
absolutely, I would say, means it wasn't a good decision on my part.
Hmm.
Right. Secondly, this is one point. That means I made a mistake. I should have been aware, I should have cross checked, right? And then I should have made that decision. That is one point. So, why I'm saying is bargaining sometimes it is good, it is not always bad, because this is an era where one thing, like last month, my partner ordered something for me for the first time ever. He, being a brand conscious person, he gifted something to me, and I was over the moon for the first time ever. And the I didn't want to ask price from him. Why? Because I know he might have overpaid it, paid extra for it. And I came to know that he bought it for, let's suppose, 1800. And same thing I found for 700. So that means here
Okay.
there is a huge
But
scope
I would
where
I would like to interrupt you, Vinita, because you just mentioned your partner is always after the brand. So brands
yes,
add their
this
own value.
value.
So
True,
that's
true,
why
true.
there was a price hike, you can say, or it was
Price
expensive
hike.
as compared to the similar.
Mm,
Because in the market,
true.
we also get the exact copies of the branded items also. Hmm.
100%.
Hmm.
100. So that is the reason, ma'am, I told we should have that awareness part.
You have
Does this
already
product
concluded this session, Vinita. Like you have already said so much of the stuff which is which was to be, the part of the at the end of the session. Like yes, we should be aware of awareness is very important, and another thing, it is a kind of soft skill. It is a skill, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. And
hmm,
yes, your awareness, that also makes your mind start working on it, because if someone is into bargaining, so it means the person who does the bargaining starts thinking on that track. But of course, we shouldn't do take it that way, like you are not familiar with the actual cost of the or the value of the item, but because it is into you and you want to prove your point and you start bargaining. That is not something which is, it should be done in a very respectable manner. What I
Subtle,
mean
in
to
a
say.
subtle. Yeah.
Yeah, subtle way. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Mindful and subtle both.
yes, yes. And Susmita,
Mm.
do you do bargaining also? Are you this kind of person? Do you align yourself with the
I would like to
Vineta? Yes,
join from my
bargaining is good.
laptop. I
Sorry?
would like to join from my laptop.
Okay.
Just give me a moment.
Oh,
You
sure.
guys can continue. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Hmm.
So, yes, ma'am. If I talk about my case, I used to be this kind of person. I used to bargain a lot when I was in college or school time. And I used to love a lot to do. I used to argue a lot. So I was a kind of mischievous girl when I was in college. So that time I would do a lot. So somehow I feel guilty too while doing this kind of things because sometimes I would not get scolded by my friends from my brother and sister. They would always deny to go with me to the market just because of you do bargain a lot.
Hmm.
So this kind of things I would do, and once I came to UP, the I after getting married, I started decreasing this kind of things. Felt that this is kind of mischievous, and I should not carry on forward it. So I left it, and not completely. This kind of greediness always in my mind, and this kind of emotion is still in me, but I searched up this kind of place, and this era, these days, we don't find this kind of place where to bargain, right? Because we go mall or a fixed price all the time, in our surrounding. So we don't get this kind of opportunity to bargain. But yes, whenever we go to the shop, moderate shop, where is there, if we do not see the sign of board of fixed price, that time we can do, that time we can ask, is there any facility of discount in your shop? So that time we can do. Otherwise it's also limitation, we can't go beyond this. Is there any discount will you provide, then it will be good for us. So that's how I do. I don't do much, and I feel some kind of pity for them, especially when I go to the street vendor or hooker. At the time I don't do bargaining, and moderate shop I try to do. Still this kind of nature, I have to do bargain, I love to do.
Why do
Yes,
we
ma'am.
love to do bargain? Why do?
Ma'am, it gives a
I
sense of satisfaction, you know.
sensitive satisfaction we get really
Achievement,
if we get, yeah.
It's
accomplishment.
an achievement.
Happiness, it provides us happiness. And whether it we don't want much discount from the shop, but at least if we get 100 rupees discount, then we feel quite satisfaction. Okay, at least my effort worked at that point.
Rewarded.
So
Your
we
effort was
belong to the
rewarded.
generation.
Hmm.
Ma'am, we belong to the generation where we, for 50% discount, we pay 99 rupees delivery charges. We are happy. We are okay with that.
Yeah,
But we
obviously.
are happy that this product was bought for 50% discount. We forget, okay,
50.
we paid 149 or 99 for delivery charges as well.
True, ma'am.
So we
We feel
belong to
so
that
happy.
generation.
We
Okay,
are
okay.
really we are.
Uh,
Yes.
So,
So here I
so,
have one point, if you permit, ma'am,
yes, yes.
or you can continue.
No, no,
So,
you
as
say.
Sushmita mentioned, that we should be very careful with whom are we bargaining or what is the product. Sometimes we find people really bargaining for petty things. Like you might have seen
True.
people bargaining with vegetable vendors,
Hmm.
street side vendors.
Uh,
That is, I think that is something that should be avoided. Why? Because they are
True.
doing that work not for leading a luxurious life. It's just their survival kit.
Hmm.
They are just earning a handful, some amount only to sustain their livelihood. Right? There
True.
is no big goal, nothing. They just want to survive on day-to-day basis. I'll give you one simple example. I had one conversation yesterday with my trainer. He used to be my trainer for 3 to 4 years, and this year he approached me. I don't know why he did that. So he approached me that he want to start something of his own, like it is going to be his own startup, and he's charging really less, right? Like just 50% or maybe lesser than what we used to pay while
Hmm.
he was associated with some other brand. So he was asking, he was taking some recommendation and advices from me. So at that time, I told him, if you will charge this much, how are you going to even earn? How are you going to pay the rental part and everything? So he said, ma'am, to be honest, I just want to start something of my own. And I don't care whether it is going to be a profit making business or is it going to be on break even. I don't really know. But I just want to do something on my own. Till when am I going to just work under someone and just survive on 2-3 thousand bucks, right? And I am sure, Kavaljit ma'am, no matter what he is charging, like as I mentioned, he is charging 50% or even lesser. But since we are habitual of doing that, I am sure even if he's charging 500, we'll
Hmm.
ask him to
People
uh,
will go ahead with bargaining. Hmm. They are going to
True, true.
bargain.
300.
Hmm.
We will never understand the emotions. Like
Hmm.
he is just doing to stand on his own feet. We will
Hmm.
never understand that, right? But out of habit, we are going to ask him to reduce it. So
Hmm.
this should be kept on mind that if someone is coming up with something, let's also try to understand the background and emotions behind. So
Hmm.
that is the reason why awareness should be there. So these are the cases where I think awareness, this bargaining, we should refrain from bargaining
Hmm.
like that.
Yes, obviously.
This
While
is
while doing
some,
bargaining, we should
yes.
understand the
Yes,
situation.
But
Yeah.
everybody
situation.
doesn't do go this way because some people take it. They are habitual of, like Vinita has already said, they are habitual of going for bargaining without understanding everything or anything. Like they are not exactly familiar with the exact cost of that particular product. But of course, that product has come their way, and if they want to purchase it, they will definitely do the bargaining, come up to the conclusion bargaining is good or bad. And I want you to share both aspects because so far you have been taking it on the positive note. Bargaining is good, right? But in both of your cases, you people are aware of it. You you are familiar with the exact value of the that particular before you go for bargaining. You are aware of it, and of course you love doing bargaining. But I at the same time, like Sushmita has shared some anecdotes. She was sharing that people they do bargaining with the vendors or something. She might have experienced it as well. I want you to come up with some content related to that bargaining is good and at the same time bargaining is bad. Why so?
Who will?
Sushmita, you take the lead.
Okay. So obviously, ma'am, every coin has two sides, right? So this bargaining also has two sides. So I love to go with the positive side first. Why we should do bargain? If we know the real amount of the price, then
Mm,
definitely we should go with the bargaining, and we should not feel that I got cheated by someone.
mm,
Self satisfaction it should be there if you are going to buy something. Or if I go to the negative side, why should not we do? And at this case we should know the atmosphere, which kinds surrounding we are. And atmosphere we should know, like a vendor we should not do because they are running their business just because of survival, not for living a luxurious life. So in this case, in this place, we should avoid to do bargaining. Or living in this era, we are getting lots of things from online, or malls are available. It's not a big mall for normal people also, like sorry, Pantalon or Bisal Maya Market. So there are no this kind of facility we don't see as a bargaining. So living in this kind of era, and we should avoid, we don't get this kind of facility to do bargaining. Or if you get this kind of facility in a good place, good shop, where you feel to do it's a fair to do bargaining, then you can go. Otherwise you should avoid, especially with the vendors and the hawkers. You should avoid because they are living very minimum and normal life. So we should support them instead of, yeah.
just
Okay,
want to leave
sure.
by just appreciating your topic, this bargaining. It is something that we should understand where it should be done, where it should not, and how wisely it should be done. And if it is done wisely, ma'am, I believe it's a wonderful skill, but we should understand the situation and the place. And
Hmm.
after that, we can go for it. This is
Thank you,
from my
Vinita.
point.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank
joining
you,
us.
ma'am.
Thank you
Thank you very
so
much.
much. Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much. Hope to see you very, very soon. You
Sure.
guys, please continue.
Yes,
Please
yes.
continue.
Very
Yes.
less
Thank you
time
so
is
much.
left
Okay,
now.
ma'am.
Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
dear. So, Sushmita, okay, can you
Yes,
come
ma'am.
up with few phrases respectful? In what respectful way we can go ahead with bargaining? Okay, I'm there. I want to bargain, but there should be some sense of responsibility. Like you should be very much clear about your words and your speech when you are bargaining with someone. What will be your way, like when you do the bargaining, in what tone or what kind of phrases you use where you do it?
Okay. So at the time, definitely we should be polite to the vendors, right? To the shopkeepers,
Mm,
because it's there no necessary to that you should buy from there. They are not forcing you to buy,
mm,
right? So at that point, what we can do, we just politely ask them that
mm,
is there any facility on your shop to get some discount?
mm,
So if we get sense from there how they are denying. If they
mm,
straightly said, no, we don't have this kind of facility, and whatever we have fixed the price of this particular things, it's a fair,
mm,
right? So that time we should not go with the bargaining. We should examine the product and we should compare the price and product, right? Is it fair price for this product? If our sense says that yes, you can go with this price, they can you can buy. Otherwise, you can left. If you think that in this amount I get much better product, so you can left this shop. There are lots of variety of shop in our place, right? In every place. So we can go with the another shop. So
and we
simply
can
you can
also say,
ask,
okay, if one item cost this much amount, what if I buy two? This is another way of just
this
giving a
is another
hint
one.
that you
If we,
want to have some discount or
yes,
some concession or you
yes,
want to
true.
bargain.
True, true.
Yes.
Obviously, this kind of it's happen, whenever we
Mm,
go to the buy vegetables, then vendors always ask, if we ask to, can we get discount? Then they ask how kilo, how much kilo, or how many quantity would you like to
uh,
purchase? So according this, they get idea and they say the price about it. Right. So this kind of idea we get, this is also can apply. But whenever we go to buy expensive things, then that
we
time we
never do
can't
that.
say we don't
We
do
don't
that.
do. This is you can
True.
say irony of the situation also, that when we go for the luxurious items, we don't do any bargain. But when it comes
Any
to the
bargain.
vendors, vegetable vendors or some rickshaw
True.
puller, we come across those people
Obviously.
and we always go for.
Yeah,
We, in the
yeah,
sense,
yes.
the people who do bargaining. So they try to make cuts or do the bargaining.